Welcome everybody. So I'm just sort of setting up this other camera over here. Just bear with me for a minute. Welcome to Business Owners Smashing It Online. We're just waiting for peeps to arrive. We've got who? We've got Tim. G'day Tim, how you going? Hey John, hey Jane, hey Dougie, hey Ian. Good. Hey, nice background there, Tim.
Thanks, bud. My shirt.
Yeah.
All the blue lights. Yep.
Oh, mate, I've been playing around with lighting and all sorts of things at the moment to try and get the nightclub feel here.
Rocking it.
Yeah. You can tell I've spent too much time on Zoom looking at other people's setups. Hey, Tracy Winter, how are you?
Good, thanks, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. I like all your lights in your office there. That looks good.
Yeah, I was just saying I've been, I've had too much time in this COVID time to spend around going to Bunnings and buying lights and things like that to try and make this place look like a nightclub.
Good on you. That's excellent. Love it.
All right, we're just waiting for people to come in. We've got Stephen. We've got, who else we got here tonight? Sharon, how are you? Sharon, haven't seen you for a wee while. Victoria, hello from New Zealand. All right.
How are you tonight, Nick?
I am doing really well, actually.
So is that virtual behind there, or is that your bedroom?
Well, this is actually my office. So we're pulling back the canvas and revealing my office today. So
And at 9 o'clock it turns into a disco or a nightclub.
That's
No
right.
one knows what a disco is.
No, that's right. You're showing your age there, you know. But I know what it means. I know what it is. What is it, a rave these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, look, welcome along. This is the Business Owners Smashing It Online webinar, podcast, meetup. It's not a podcast because there's pictures. My name's Nick Cree. I'm your host. And this week we have James Howland, who's going to be joining us from Cake Accounting, and he's going to be sharing with us today a really interesting system of cash flow management. So sounds like a boring topic, but I sat down with him and I probably spent 2 hours with him just chatting through all sorts of things. So it's pretty cool actually. All right, so while we're here. We're just waiting for a few others to arrive, but what we do, let's come and introduce yourselves to everybody. I seem to know sort of more people here, so introduce yourself, so your name, what your business is, and maybe why you're here, what you're hoping to get out of tonight. So floor's open for anyone to unmute and go first.
We love the sound of your voice.
Tracy, there we go. First off the link.
Sorry, good evening, everyone. I'm an acupuncturist. I'm the proprietor and owner of Ultra Health Therapies in Southport, and I've been in business for 22 years, and I love cash flow not. And so I'm learning how to manage it a bit better because I just love sticking pins in people. I don't love paying bills.
Excellent. This sounds like a lot of businesses. Oh, well, I'm not sure about sticking pins in people, but but just the cash flow side of things. So, yeah, great to see you again, Tracy. All right, who else have we got here tonight? Victoria.
I'll introduce myself. So I'm from Wellington. I'm a psychotherapist and I'm in private practice also. And I have about, with one particular contract with the ACC, I have 12 people who work for me. And I've been in business about 32 years. But I'm always interested in learning more about accounting because that's the thing that I knew the least about. And to start with, I just wanted to help people. And then I realized that actually earning money and having good cash flow was really important. So that's why I'm here tonight. Anyway,
Excellent.
I love your evenings, Nick. They're great.
Thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here again. It's always fun. All right, who else we got here tonight? Just unmute yourself and say hello, Stephen.
All right. So good evening, everybody. My name's Stephen Sandor. I've got a business called Inspiring Business, and I'm like 40,000 people out there. I'm a management consultant and coach. I was joking with someone the other day. Management consultants and coaches are people who are over 50 and can't get a job. Pretty sure about it. So I've been in business now for 20 years. 10 of those years have been in PNG, and so I'm interested in hearing about cash flow, because I've got when I take on a new client, first thing I'm ask them is, how's your finances, and can you show me what your cash flow projections are? And if they can't, I get somebody in to help them do that, because I can't do anything until that's under control. So yeah, that's why I'm interested in looking forward to it. And a bit like Victoria, this is my social evening for the week. That's how sad my life is.
Well, I have to say I join you because I don't actually get out much, so this is the only time I actually get to see some people. So, excellent. All right, who else we got? I see Paul's just arrived in from Kapiti Coast.
Hey Nick, how you doing?
Good, Paul. Good, good. Maybe just give a bit of an intro and what's brought you along tonight?
Well, I'm Paul. I run a foreign exchange trading licensed fund in Singapore and an education company up there. I come to most of these. I normally start work at 9 at night in New Zealand, but I come down an hour early to watch this each Tuesday. Occasionally I've got to sneak away as I do tonight in the middle to a bit of a meeting. But I just find them generally really good. And to be fair, as a person who, and I guess there's a lot of people like this, as a person who's not a businessman running a business, learning about cash flow and those kind of things are reasonably important. You know, you work this kind of stuff out for yourself over years and years in business, but really I've had no training in it at all. So getting a few different ideas about cash flow is pretty interesting to me.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, well, welcome along again.
Cheers, mate.
All right, who else are we? Who else wants to jump in, say hello, and what you're hoping out of tonight? And the room goes silent. Good. Time for a couple more, so now's your chance.
Can I say I'm really looking forward to hearing this James guy speak? He sounds really clever.
I've heard that too. So that there is James, who apparently is our presenter tonight.
G'day, I'm James. I'm from Keiki County. You'll hear a lot of my voice, so yeah.
All right, so a couple more. Just unmute yourself, say who you are, what your business is, and what's one thing you hope to get out of tonight?
Not all at once, so I'll go. Hey guys, Tim Hyde from Win More Clients. We are a marketing agency that specialises in the full life cycle of your marketing, your customer life cycle, and automating that journey so that you can sort of free up a bunch of time and make it more predictable and consistent in how you attract, convert, and keep your clients for longer and obviously for more money. I am really interested in finding more about, I guess, this sort of cash flow method. So it's one thing to sort of make the money and another one to actually make it stick to your pockets afterwards.
Yes, indeed. It's not the money that you make that matters, but it's the money that you keep.
That's right.
All right. So lucky last. Who's going to be the lucky last? First to the mic. Come and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Ian Minns. I live out at Ferny Hills. I'm nominally retired, but in actual fact, I spend all my day working.
I've heard that a lot about people that retire. They end up sort of working more sort of than they do having time off.
Yeah. And cash flow was of interest to me.
Excellent. Well, welcome along, Ian. Glad you could make it. All right. Well, let's kick off the evening. I'm just going to share my screen. I'm hoping that you can see the screen with business owners smashing it online. Just give us a thumbs up to let me know you can. Thank you. All right, so this is the Business Owners Smashing Online webinar. We used to be offline. We've been online now pretty much all of this year. The purpose of it is for businesses to help them to grow the online side of their business and to be introduced to and master some of the online tools, apps, programs, processes, strategies, and the around all that, it's all about saving time. I think the most important thing in business is not necessarily making money, but it's about saving time. Because if you can save time, then that gives you more time to make the money, and gives you more sort of what they call leverage. So my name's Nick Cree. I used to run a business called Positive Business Online, which is a web development agency, which I stepped away from at the beginning of this month. And so now my sole focus is running events like this and helping businesses to master some of the online tools and strategies that are available to us out there. So, how long have I been in business? I've been in business since 1998, sort of officially. Been before that, so it's about 22, 23 years. I hardly feel that old. I'm sure I don't look that old. All right, well, let's kick along. We have an agenda tonight. So our agenda is I've got some cool online tools which I will talk about tonight. All of these ones here are tools that I use myself, which are tools that I've used to grow my business and to do that thing I talked about, which is to get back time and to really make things work efficiently. We have James Howland tonight from Cake Accounting. He'll be running through the presentation on the Dessert Cash Flow Management System, so which is really exciting. We'll have time for questions there. James will tell us how he wants to take questions, whether we take them on the way through in the chat box or at the end or whatever. And we do have a giveaway at the end, and then we'll talk about the next event. So, so that's the flow of the evening. For now, if you do have your phones in front of you, or a computer in front of you, well, you must have your computer in front of you because you're watching this. But if you've got your phone in front of you, then check into either Facebook or LinkedIn or both. Two reasons why we do that. One is to build our own digital profile and digital presence. So when people are stalking us and looking us up on Facebook, then they get to see some of the things that we do for our professional development, and it really just helps to build our professional profile in these platforms online. The other reason is for those that forgot, it'll just remind them that it's on and they'll come and jump in, and for those that didn't make it, then it will remind them that, hey, they missed something great tonight. So way to check in on Facebook, obviously just open it up where you normally post, just tap on that. You'll get a menu up from the bottom. One of the options there is check-in. If you just tap that check-in icon, then you'll get a list of places that are probably nearby you. So you may or may not see business owners smashing it online there. If you don't, just hit the search at the top and just type in business owners smashing it online, and you should find us. We're obviously not at the KDV Sports Centre, which it says we're in. So we're online. But if you do that, check in and look, leave a comment. Tag me in, tag James in, feel free to tag someone else in here, and post it to Facebook. LinkedIn, if you've got LinkedIn as well, I don't have a screen for LinkedIn, but that's always another good place to check in as well, as that's the, I suppose, the professional platform as opposed to the entertainment platform and the boredom relief platform. Anyone ever get lost on Facebook? You know, you go on there with a purpose of maybe updating your profile, and you find that you've just watched half an hour worth of videos. I did that today. So, all right. So let's get underway. First thing on our agenda is some of these cool online tools. So let me just unshare this, and I will share my browser screen, and I'll run through some of the tools that I have found. Well, not found, these are the ones that I use. All right, those that have just arrived, welcome in. If you're expecting to be at Business Owners Smashing It Online, you're in the right place. All right. Okay. All right, so hopefully you can see my browser. Just let me know you can see my browser. Just give us a thumbs up. Great. Okay. Oh, this first tool, actually, I didn't mean to have this screen up. This is actually a really cool app for Google Chrome users, and it's called GetToby, G-E-T-T-O-B-Y. And what it allows you to do is this top line here are all of the apps that I'm going to show you tonight. So I was able to save them into the browser here as a group, and then I can just click the button over at the left and it will just open all of these tabs up on the top in my browser. So it's really good if you, let's say you have a whole lot of web pages that you have to open at the start of day. Then you can use something like this and it will just open up all of those tabs that you need open in the day. So, you know, for me, that's often bank account, books, Facebook, Instagram, email, so all of those there. So rather than just searching for them, clicking them individually, this will just open up the lot of them. And you can also close them all as well. The other thing too that this Chrome extension has is that this whole collection, you can generate a link. So there's a link here that's been generated, and if I click on that, we can then copy that link, and you can go and share that with someone. And if you email that to them or send it to them in Messenger, if they click on that link, that will open up all of those apps as well too. So if you want people to have access to all the apps, then you can create a collection and just send it to them. All right, I think I've just closed my last app, so let me just reopen those again. Okay, let's try that again. Let's open them all. All right. So that was an unexpected one. That was a bonus. So that's a Chrome app called gettoby.com. And we've actually put that in the chat box. So all of the apps I'm going to show you through today we'll put in the chat box so that you've got them there. At the end of today, you can save that to your computer. So if you just hit the chat box icon at the bottom of your screen, and if you open it up, you'll get to open chat. And at the bottom of the chat, there are three little dots on the right hand side. If you click on that, it will have an option there for you to save it. So that will save to your computer. So wait till we've finished all of the apps that I'm going to run through. Then you can save it, and then you've got them all saved in that chat. And you can save it at the end too. If you happen to have saved it now, you can save it again as well. All right, the next app I'm going to talk about is one called ClickUp. Now, I've been a big Asana user, but recently this year I've gotten onto a new app called ClickUp. Now, ClickUp is a project management tool. So probably the easiest way to do is to show you around inside it a bit. So it allows you to organize your projects in a logical way. You can have your team come in, you can assign tasks to people, you can get some feedback on it, and you can have a what do you call it, a timeline of apps there. It does do things like connects to Google Drive, connects to Airtable, which is like Google Drive on or Google Spreadsheets on steroids. It connects to a whole lot of other apps so that you can open them from here. You can pull information in as well too. So and really, so the way it works is you've got spaces, what they call spaces, over on the left-hand side. So one of them we've got here is a weekly team meeting. We've got nothing in here at the moment, but we run a weekly team meeting on a Monday morning. Thanks, James, for introducing us to that.
Good idea.
And one of the things we've got in there are issues. So any issues that crop up during the week, anyone in the team comes into this board here, they drop the issues into the board, then and that starts to build the agenda for the meeting on Monday. But then we've got other things too. So we've got a project here for a web designers course. We're just rolling out a course for web designers at the moment, and so we've got a whole lot of tasks in here, and so if we go into one of them, for instance, inside that we can create sort of like all of the things that we need to do. So over the coming weeks, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 weeks worth of tasks in there, and we can open it. You can see we can embed a video in there. So we've got a video that is helpful for people that want to know, what's actually happening. We can embed links in there, and then we've got a checklist of all of the things that we run through. And these little dots to the right of it, these are the people that have been assigned to the tasks. And then once they've finished it, they can just complete it, and it disappears. So the idea is that through the week they complete all of these things. If there happen to be issues that, I'll uncomplete that because I haven't done that yet. If there happen to be issues that arise or crop up, then we can come back, drop it onto the issues list. We can chat about that on our Monday meeting, and then we can come up with a solution and add it back into the task list here. So if I come up to list view, you can see down the right hand side you've got a number of statuses. So here we've got jobs that have been completed, ones that are in progress, open jobs that still need to be assigned or still need to be started, and then we've got other statuses in here as well too. So so tasks can be added in here, and we can decide what to do with it. So it might be a task here we decide that no, it's not important, we're going to reject it. Then we've got all of the people that are assigned to the task here. You can have multiple people assigned to it. We can put a due date onto it, and if need be, we can put a flag on it for priority. So some things might be urgent, so critical for the business. Other things might be just a normal thing. So you can actually sort of flag those things. You can also set your own priorities as well too. So it's super flexible to allow you to to set what's important for you and your business. You've got other views up the top, so if we wanted something more like a Trello board, which is or a Kanban board, these ones here are the same tasks, and we can move it from, say, open to pending. So you can move the tasks across. That'll be reflected in the other view as well too, and you can reorder them. So for those that prefer sort of something that's more like a board that helps. If we've got due dates on it, we've got a calendar view, so it'll bring it up in the calendar. For those that are more familiar with traditional project management, that's a Gantt chart. Got a timeline, and then you can also see what's the activity that's happened during the week. So this will just give you a bit of an overview as to what's happened over that week. You can also create your own custom views as well. So there's a whole range of different views you can create for yourself. So it can be a bit overwhelming at times, but my recommendation is if you give this a go, just go with the default settings, get familiar with it and get to use it. Being an Asana user, this one here I found has just got a lot more power to it, and a lot more integrations and capabilities as well. So well worth checking out. They do have a free plan, so and it's free forever. But pretty quickly, once you get the swing of it, you'll probably upgrade to the one of the paid plans, which I think by memory is about $20 a month. So it's not a huge cost for keeping things organised. All right, so that one there is called ClickUp. And Rowan says, what project tools do you have, Nick, that's easy to understand, quick to learn, that can be used by a solo? Found Trello limiting. Yeah, that's right. So Trello I have found limiting as well too. This one here, ClickUp, great if you're new to project management. But it's also got the capability to really sort of expand out to something more complex. So definitely start with ClickUp. It's really good. The other one I would sort of say is another good one is Asana. I know Asana inside and out. I know it better than this one here. But this one here, the capabilities I like a lot more as well too. All right, would you need it if you use Airtable? Look, Airtable you can use as a project management tool. It's pretty cool actually. It's really a list feature. You've still got statuses on it, so you can have things open, pending, closed. So you can actually set the status. You can even assign tasks on it as well too. So look, if you're comfortable with Airtable and that's doing the job, use that. If you want some additional capability, then this is good. And I think the thing that I like about this is the fact that you can change it from, say, list view to board view. You can get an overview of the calendar. So you've just got a bit more functionality with it. All right. So that one there is, as I said, ClickUp. Next one I'm going to show you is Toggle, which is T-O-G-G-L. It's actually now called track.toggle.com. This one is a task management tool for tracking tasks. So if you've got team working with you, so I've got two of my team on the webinar here today. So it's JM and Lorena. So give them a wave and a shout out. James actually at the moment dropping all these things into chat. So a timer like this, there's a little app that you download to your website, to your computer, and it will then track your tasks and time on it. Now you can do things with it. Let's say, let's just give a wider view here. So we'll do the months to date. So it'll give you a chart of the hours that have worked. You can list the people down here as well too. You can add it to projects. So if you've got project billing, then you can create projects in there to which as people are working on the projects, then you can check the time against the projects. If you're working with clients, you can enter clients in here as well. So great, for us it was great for web development. We could put client jobs in there, and then we could track the hours that we're spending on jobs. Then your team, you can add your team in here, so everybody that's in your team. And look, you'll notice that I'm in here as well too, and it's always good to track my time because I tend to waste a lot of time. So this is a good way just to keep me accountable for the time that I'm using and not spending sort of a whole day looking for apps as opposed to an hour sort of sifting through the apps to show you here tonight. So, and then at the, I use it for making payments. So when we're paying staff as well for payroll, then we can get a report, and then we can run our report for payments as well too. So, so that one there is, so if you're wanting a time tracker, this one is good. It's one called Toggle Track, T-O-G-G-L. All right, next one is, I know a lot of people use Xero and FreshBooks and QuickBooks and whatever for their accounting software. I just happen to use this one here, Zoho Books. I've used it for probably about, it must be coming on 11 years now. And the reason why I moved to this here was that I used to run my business. James is probably going to cringe at this. I used to run my business on Microsoft Money, which was the best program I ever found back in the 90s and through the 2000s for managing money. So Microsoft ditched that program, and I loved it because I could run all sorts of reports. I had consultants on commission. I could run commission reports, and I could run bank reports on trail commission they paid us. That was
I texted you to take it out a long time ago.
Sorry, what was that? Oh, I think that's someone just with their microphone on. Let's try and find them and mute them. All right.
How old are you, Nick? I had a hobby business in the 90s using Microsoft Money.
Yeah, I was in the 90s using Microsoft Money. I used to use it when I was a youth worker as well too, back in the very early 90s and late 80s. So that was my go-to tool. Xero wasn't even around then.
No.
In fact, Xero wasn't around when I started using Zoho. So anyone's here from in New Zealand, Xero is was invented in New Zealand, in fact in Wellington, with a couple of blokes there.
It was.
But anyway, Zoho Books is what I've been using, and if you're wanting a sort of quick and easy program to use, one of the things I like about this is the fact that it's really just a one-click import of statements, which probably Xero does as well, but statements from the banks, Stripe, Square, PayPal, all of the financial institutions that I use, and I get a good level of reporting. It does BAS reports as well too. I think there's a New Zealand version that will do GST reports and PAYE reports as well too. So if you are looking at this and you do go for a trial of this to have a look at it, make sure you get the Australian version. Don't get the global version because the global version won't do BAS. So the Australian version is, the link is in chat, zoho.com/au/books. I believe there's a New Zealand version which is zoho.com/NZ. So check those out if you're looking for a quick and easy accounting solution and you don't want to spend the money with Xero. All right, next one is communication. So the go-to communication tool that we use is one called Slack. Now we used to use, or many years ago, used to use Skype. which is now, I suppose, Microsoft. Well, it's what Microsoft Teams is really incorporated. But we use Slack, and that is our go-to for chat. And the good thing about Slack is that unlike Skype, where you can create groups in Skype and you can communicate directly with individuals in Skype, with Slack you can create what they call channels. So we've got a channel in Slack, and you'll see that on the screen there, in the Slack box down the left-hand side in the purple here. These are channels. So there's one channel for announcements, for instance. So if you're running a business and you've just got announcements for everybody in the business when things happen, someone's birthday, they can all go in the announcements channel. And then when you're working on projects, so this meetup, Business Owners Smashing Online, this is a channel in our Slack chat. And so that's when where we've got all of the communication with the team when we're organising, things like speakers and prizes and promotions, and all of the marketing all goes into that one channel. You can drop images in there, so the team drops in some of the promotional material that we're going to put out in social media, and the images, and for proofing and approval, and then just general questions. What doesn't go in there are projects. So Asana is where your projects and project tracking goes, or ClickUp, where the project tracking goes. This is really just for everyday communication that you'd have with people that maybe you pick up the telephone or you'd walk into someone's office and have that sort of conversation with. But it allows you to have sort of group and team meetings in there as well too. The other thing it does nicely is it integrates with Zoom. So if you've got a team Zoom meeting, when it starts, it'll send a reminder into Slack. People just click the link in Slack there to join the Zoom meeting. It connects to Google Drive, so you can share stuff in Google Drive there. Dropbox connects to Dropbox, so it connects to a whole lot of things, lots of integrations. So this can be like a dashboard where you are managing a lot of your information and apps from. So Slack's it's worth checking out. If you're using Skype at the moment, I would highly recommend Slack. For those that are Microsoft users, the equivalent there is Microsoft Teams. I personally really haven't used that because I'm more familiar with Slack. All right. And that is not it. That is someone's website. All right, that there is a wrap for the apps that I've got to share with you tonight. So any standouts there that you like, that you enjoy, just either unmute and tell me, or just drop it into the chat there. Any that you're going to take away and open and try. So Jenny, Slack, and ClickUp. Yeah, look, those are everyday tools for us here. Anyone else? What was your favourite out of those? ClickUp, yeah, good for your business, Victoria. Jenny, currently using Teams, would like the look of Slack. Yeah, look, Teams and Slack are similar in terms of some communication. Teams is obviously well integrated into the Microsoft ecosystem. Stephen uses Zoho Books. Yeah, great, awesome. Yep. ClickUp, excellent.